On one side, the living weapon, a mutant with a healing factor bordering on immortality, and a skeleton laced with the most indestructible metal on Earth, Adamantium. On the other, the living legend, the Sentinel of Liberty, a super soldier at the absolute peak of human potential, wielding a Vibranium shield, the metal that absorbs everything. The analysis begins with Wolverine. His powers are brutal and direct. His healing factor allows him to regenerate from catastrophic injuries in seconds, granting him almost infinite stamina. His adamantium skeleton makes him virtually unbreakable, and his claws, part of that same structure, can slice through almost any known material. Logan is a master of multiple forms of combat, including samurai arts, but his greatest weapon is his berserker rage, a state of savagery that ignores pain and fear. His feats are legendary. He has survived nuclear explosions and faced entities like the Hulk. However, his weakness is that very rage. When uncontrolled, Logan becomes predictable, a wild animal that attacks without thinking. Furthermore, despite his healing, he can still be knocked out or incapacitated by drowning or asphyxiation. His mind, though resilient, has been manipulated several times. Now for Captain America. Steve Rogers doesn't have a healing factor, but the super soldier serum elevated his body to the peak of human perfection. Strength, speed, agility, and reflexes far beyond those of an Olympic athlete. His mind processes information at tactical speed, making him one of the greatest strategists on the planet. His trump card is his Vibranium shield. It's not just an impenetrable defense that absorbs kinetic energy, but also a perfectly balanced and deadly offensive weapon in his hands. His feats include leading the Avengers against cosmic threats and defeating physically superior opponents through pure tactics and skill. His vulnerability, however, is clear. At the end of the day, he is mortal. Without the shield, he is vulnerable to piercing weapons. A direct hit from Logan's claws would be devastating. He relies on his defense and on not making mistakes. The turning point, Adamantium versus Vibranium. Logan's claws can scratch the shield, but they cannot destroy it. The true confrontation is not of materials, but of styles. Wolverine's infinite stamina against the Captain's tactical endurance. Logan bets everything on a single, decisive blow. Steve plays the chess game of exhaustion. The verdict, Captain America. Wolverine is more lethal and almost impossible to kill, but this is a battle, not an execution. Steve Rogers' tactical superiority is the decisive factor. He would quickly understand that he cannot win in a direct slugfest. He would use the environment, his shield to block and deflect, and his agility to wear Logan down. Wolverine's rage would make him careless. The Captain doesn't need to kill. He needs to incapacitate. A precise shield strike to the chin, a maneuver to trap Logan, or a move to take him down for a technical knockout. In a fight, the brighter mind beats the sharper weapon. Whether you agree, disagree, or have a theory of your own, let us know in the comments. If you have any suggestions for new battles, drop them below, and we might just feature them here. And to make sure you don't miss the epic battles we have in store, subscribe to Arena Nerd.